You've been told to think positively your whole life. But what if the problem isn't your thoughts? It's that you think you're supposed to fix them. There's actually something much simpler happening here. And we'll explore it together with a guided meditation at the end. This lesson introduces the idea that seeing clearly isn't about effort or force. It's about determination, which is simply choosing what you want. It suggests that most of our suffering comes from an undisciplined mind that can't tell the difference between what brings peace and what brings pain, and that this confusion can be corrected through gentle but consistent practice. Let me paint you a picture. You're in the middle of a tense work meeting when your colleague makes the comment, the one that feels like a personal attack. Instantly, your mind starts scanning. What did they mean? Are they undermining you? Should you defend yourself? Your thoughts race through every possible interpretation, each one more threatening than the last. Your mind is like a radio that's been scanning stations all day, picking up static, fragments of songs, overlapping voices, never staying tuned to one clear frequency. You've gotten so used to the noise that you've forgotten radios can actually play one clear, beautiful station when you stop scanning and choose where to tune in. We've all been there. That moment when someone's words hit us wrong, and suddenly we're not in the meeting anymore, we're in a courtroom in our head, building our case, preparing our defense, replaying what we should have said. The radio keeps scanning, picking up every frequency of threat and offense. Your jaw tightens. Your chest constricts. You're barely breathing. Here's what we don't realize. Our minds have become professional scanners. They've been trained since childhood to constantly search for problems, threats, things that need fixing. It's exhausting because we're not just dealing with what's actually happening. We're dealing with every possible version of what might be happening. What could happen? What happened before? Think about your typical morning. Before you've even opened your eyes, the scanner starts. What do I have to face today? What went wrong yesterday? What might go wrong later? The radio in your head is already flipping through stations of worry, planning, defending, comparing. You haven't even had coffee yet, and you're already tired. Back in that meeting, while your colleague continues talking, you realize something. You're not actually listening anymore. You're scanning their tone for condescension, scanning their words for hidden meanings, scanning your memory for past offenses, scanning the room to see who else noticed the actual conversation. It's just background noise now. This is what an undisciplined mind does. It can't tell the difference between what's actually happening and what it's projecting. It treats every thought with equal urgency, every interpretation as equally valid. No wonder we're exhausted. We're not living one life, we're living 1,000 possible versions simultaneously. But then, for just a moment in that meeting, something shifts. Maybe it's fatigue, maybe it's grace, but suddenly you catch yourself scanning. You actually notice the radio flipping stations, and in that noticing, a question arises, not from the scanning mind, but from somewhere quieter. What if this isn't actually about me at all? The room doesn't change. Your colleague is still talking, but something in you has paused. For the first time, you consider that maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they're stressed about their own deadline. Maybe their comment had nothing to do with undermining you and everything to do with their own fear. This is the surprise. Choosing what you want to see isn't about forcing a positive interpretation. It's not about convincing yourself they meant well when they didn't. It's about recognizing that you have a choice about which station to tune into. You can keep scanning for threats, or you can tune into a different question entirely. What would bring peace to this moment? Your mind might resist, but what if they really are attacking me? What if I need to defend myself? That's the scanner talking. It's been protecting you for so long. It doesn't know how to stop. But protection through constant vigilance isn't actually protecting anything. It's creating the very war it claims to be preventing. This is why willpower fails where gentle determination succeeds. Willpower tries to force the radio to play a different station while it's still scanning. It's like trying to tune into classical music by yelling at the static. Determination is different. It's simply deciding what you actually want: peace over conflict, clarity over confusion, and then gently, consistently choosing it. In the meeting, you experiment. Instead of scanning for threats, you decide to listen for something else. Not forced positivity, just information. What are they actually saying? What do they need? What would help this conversation move forward? The radio in your mind resists at first, wants to flip back to the threat frequency. But you gently return to your choice. Something remarkable happens. As you stop scanning and start listening, your body begins to relax. Your jaw unclenches. Your breath deepens. The room seems less hostile, more neutral. You're not pretending everything is fine, you're just not adding layers of interpretation that make everything worse. This is what the lesson means by seeing clearly. It's not about seeing what you want to see or forcing yourself to see positively. It's about recognizing that your undisciplined mind has been choosing for you all along, and it's been choosing based on old patterns of fear and defense. When you take back that choice, gently, without force, perception begins to shift naturally. The meeting ends. As you walk back to your desk, you notice something. You're not rehearsing what happened. You're not building cases or planning defenses. The radio in your mind is quiet, not forced into silence, but resting on a peaceful station. You chose this. Not through effort or positive thinking, but through simple determination to see clearly. This is available in every moment, every interaction, every thought. Every feeling is an opportunity to notice the scanner and choose your frequency. Not because you should, not because it's spiritual or evolved, but because you're tired of the static. You want the music. You want the peace. The beautiful thing is, once you know you have a choice, you can't unknow it. Even when you find yourself scanning again, and you'll remember, oh right, I can choose. I can tune into peace instead of problems, connection instead of conflict, what's actually here instead of what I'm projecting. Your colleague sends a follow-up email clarifying their comment. Turns out they were stressed about the budget, not attacking your work. But here's the thing, even if they had been attacking, your choice remains the same. Do you want to see clearly? Or do you want to scan for problems? Do you want peace? Or do you want to be right? The radio is in your hands. As days pass, you practice. Not perfectly, not constantly, but gently and consistently. Sometimes you catch the scanner early, right as it starts flipping stations. Sometimes you don't notice until you're deep in static, exhausted from the noise. But each time you remember you have a choice, something strengthens. Not willpower, but confidence. The quiet confidence that comes from knowing you can always retune. This isn't about becoming passive or accepting poor treatment. When you're not scanning for threats, you actually see more clearly what needs addressing and what doesn't. You respond from clarity instead of reaction. You set boundaries from strength instead of fear. The same situations arise, but you meet them differently. That radio in your mind, it's still there. It still wants to scan sometimes, especially when you're tired or stressed. But now you know its tricks. You know how exhausting it is to live in constant static. And you know the profound relief of choosing a clear station and staying there, even for just a moment. This is what we're practicing, the gentle art of choosing what we actually want. Not what we think we should want, not what sounds spiritual or evolved, but what brings genuine peace. In your determination to see clearly, not forced, not effortful, just chosen, vision is given. The static clears. The music plays, and you remember what it feels like to truly rest in your own mind. If you want to keep practicing with this, you can like the video and subscribe. Let's take a moment now to let this settle with a guided meditation. Let's find a comfortable position. Your body knows how to rest when we let it. Allow your eyes to close if that feels right, or soften your gaze downward. Feel where your body meets the chair or floor. This simple contact, this support that's always here. Let your weight be received. Notice your breath finding its own rhythm. No need to control it. Just notice how breathing happens all by itself when we stop trying. Now bring to mind that feeling of mental scanning. We all know it, that restless searching. That constant flipping through channels of thought. Just notice it. No judgment needed. Feel what that scanning does in your body, maybe tension in your jaw, tightness in your chest, a subtle bracing against the world. Let yourself notice without trying to fix. Now imagine that radio from earlier. All those stations playing at once. All that static and noise. And imagine, just imagine, having the dial in your hand. You don't have to force anything. Just hold the dial, feel its weight. Know that choice is here. What would it be like to tune into peace? Not forced peace, not pretend peace. Just quiet. Like finding a clear station after all that static. Let your breath be that clear station. Each inhale, a gentle tuning in. Each exhale, letting the static fade. No effort. Just choice. If thoughts arise, let them. They're just other stations playing in the distance. You don't have to follow them. You have the dial. You can stay tuned right here. Feel what happens in your body when you're not scanning. Shoulders might soften. Jaw might release. There's nothing to defend against in this moment. Rest here, in this chosen quiet. In this simple peace. Your mind might want to scan again. That's okay. You know how to return. You have the dial. Stay here as long as you like. Breathing. Choosing. Resting in what you've chosen. When you're ready, take a deeper breath. Feel your body here, supported, whole. Remember, you can return to this station anytime. The choice is always yours. Gently open your eyes when it feels right. Carry this quiet confidence with you. The dial is in your hands. Thank you for practicing with us today. If you'd like, there's a free digital copy of A Course in Miracles available through the link in the description. You're also welcome to leave a simple comment such as, "I am grateful. Thank you for being here, for choosing to explore this with us today." Remember, you don't have to force yourself to see differently. You just need to remember that you have a choice about which station you tune into. Be gentle with yourself as you practice this. The static will return sometimes, and that's okay. You know how to find the clear station now. Until next time, may you rest in the peace of your own choosing.